full effect a moment ago as their Bengals took the field to the delight of this sold-out crowd. And they're all set as they'll match up with the Los Angeles Chargers. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
They'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down.
Well, this defense for the Bengals, they were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone.
Touchdown, LA!
And Charles, when you talk about Keenan Allen, you're not necessarily usually talking about that crazy top-end speed, but he does a great job there with the ball in his hands.
And that should serve as a big warning to this defense. They know now that they have to stick close to these receivers because they have the ability to break games wide open after the catch, and that one wound up in the end zone.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here first and 10 at their 25-yard line. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. Mixon with a first down and more. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards. One thing that's great about watching him run, Charles, he doesn't hesitate. He got to the left side of his own line and just went.
So there's 2 ways to look at that. One, just absolutely unconcerned, just takes off and goes. But more the latter, I think, which is he has absolute confidence in the guys in front of him, the guys doing the blocking for him. He just takes it and goes with abandon.
They go play action with Burrow. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a first and goal.
So 3 plays already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Johnson again. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Ty Johnson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. The dangerous Hill now to return.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. when you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And some room to maneuver. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 33 yards that time.
He was not the primary target. They expected to get the ball downfield, instead checked it down. An old coach of mine used to say to us all the time, when they check it down, that should end the down. In this case, though, he foiled that in a big way and turned it into a big play.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. Well, it's a shuffle pass, and it's complete. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be second and goal. To the air again, Herbert. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete. He was looking for Mike Williams that time, but now it's third and goal. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. Can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making.
And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Logan Wilson drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be fourth and long. And his kick here is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So a good kick there. They put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the three.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's second and a yard from the 34. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it, escaping the pressure right. That's caught by the tight end, Drew Sample. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Here's Burrow. Dancing to his left. He'll let it go deep for Foster. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. 33 yards that time.
That's a great job of working the sideline right there. I love how he tracked the football the whole way. Just reached up and pulled it in. Had excellent field presence to understand where he was in order to make that play happen.
Mixon with a first down carry. He'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19. The last run good for 2. Here's second and 8. Now it's Burrow. Buying time to his left. And this one's incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
8 yards to go.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. That's into a crowd and intercepted.
Picked off by Michael Davis.
And the Chargers are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. That one a first down pickup of 8. Gets it into the hands of Allen on the jet sweep. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. A quick throw there out to Williams. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Herbert.
He'll drop this one off to Eckler.
And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there. Here's Ty Long now to punt this one away.
On the return, Johnson.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 down at the 31.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
63 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Have to give credit for a nice play there, but also have to look at it as a blown assignment. He became a free runner that turned into a free hitter.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Burrow on play action. Rolling to his right. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. The hit comes late. We saw it. There's your flag.
And we know that there's a guideline, right? Ball's gone. You get 1 step. If you're within 1 step of the quarterback, you can hit him as long as it's still done legally. But anything outside of that looks like an extra step.
And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown.
Joe Mixon.
Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Bengals are going to jump back in front.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead is now 14-10.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory.
Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. A CD, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
Yeah, this time it's going to come from the middle linebacker because watching the lineman, it seemed to me that they thought he was going to drop back into pass protection, but he surprised them and came on the blitz instead and had a pretty clear run to the quarterback.
Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line.
And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
Justin Jones there on the stop.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. And he's got his man in stride. Complete. Touchdown, Bengals. C.J. Uzomah. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes it a 21-10 game.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Charger drive about to get going. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. On 1st and 10, Herbert looking for Allen. He's got him on the slant. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Play Justin Herbert. Gonna be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. From the 50, here's Herbert. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And the Bengals are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
Now they out. I got something in the drive.
On their next drive.
And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room.
Play action. It's Burrow. Throw left side complete. That's Tate. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Off the play fake, here's Burrow.
Another catch for Tate.
And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49.
And Brandon, as you know, sometimes it's a lot tougher to run with these tight ends nowadays in the NFL. They're just bigger wide receivers. He lined up on the left side of formation, ran a drag route across the field, and tried to work his way open. He was able to make the catch, but the defenders were there. Couldn't do a whole lot with it afterwards.
Forced out to his left. Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline. And this one is incomplete.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
And they go play action now. Burrow on the move to his left. Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took the shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
That might be the third down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They run for it with Mixon. And he will have the first down, but hold everything. A flag is down. This one might not stand. So on 4th down, on comes the left-footed punter, Kevin Huber, to punt it away.
K.J. Hill deep for the Chargers.
49-yard punt, 5 on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. The final shot before the break for Herbert. He finds his target, Allen. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. So we've reached halftime here in the Queen City, and it's the Bengals leading this one. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. Mixon will get it to start the second half. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
90 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw pulled in by Tate.
And great yardage here all the way deep into Los Angeles territory.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Ty Johnson with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game.
And the Bengals take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
The return man is Hill.
And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
The Charger drive about to get going. Herbert off of play action. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously. Led to a very quick sack.
After the sack on first down, Herbert.
This is swung out to Eckler.
And they're able to bring him down at the 20. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit. But get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. You know, make someone miss in the open field.
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. They snap it to Herbert. It's Williams on the catch. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 4th down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field. On first down, it's Herbert. His throw incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Herbert's throw going into the hands of Williams.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
A Charger first there as Herbert finds Williams. Herbert will give this one to Eckler.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
45 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Here is Eckler. Able to avoid him at the 40. And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee? Can see this quite a bit on running plays with the guys out wide. A lot of times, though, it doesn't get caught.
You're exactly right, because it's away from the play usually, so a lot of it goes undetected. But I know this will surprise you. I coach some receivers in the offseason. We work a lot on hand placement and blocking downfield. Might want to take that course.
Give him 9 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, you know, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. Here's Herbert.
On Herbert, his 3rd interception.
Picked off at the 28. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line.
Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now
this league right here, I can check and see if they're going to accept anymore. I'm in 2 of them. One of them got 30, and this one I think got like 15. I have to see what's up.
You've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
On first down, Mixon powering his way forward and inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down. Now Joe Mixon. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Here's a run with Mixon. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Mixon with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Bengals add on to their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And they open the lead up now to 25.
Go back. Get out of the way. Get back. Always in the way.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away.
Returning it, Hill.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
2nd and 10.
It's Eckler again. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Play action. It's Herbert. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I'll tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to be a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. 4th down for Herbert. Desperation time. And this is Cook with the ground. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. But no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 43. Now it's Herbert. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Here's Herbert. He'll get this to Eckler. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Herbert throwing again. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Chargers. Jalen Guyton, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers are able to close the gap just a bit. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead down to 18. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. The return man, Ty Johnson. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. There he goes, right side. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
So there, Charles, I mean, a situation where it didn't matter how far he had to run, he was not going to be denied, and he winds up taking this all the way to the end zone.
And the thing that stood out to me was his ability to continue through the initial contact.
Come here.
Do we see runners
Come here.
slowed up and not get what they can on a run because of that first contact? But he kept the compass pointing in the right direction, kept the legs churning, and turned this into a huge play.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory. But it does not appear that that's going to be the case. It's too much to handle. Herbert has it knocked free.
But a Chargers player was able to fall on it, and they'll keep possession.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them. This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and a mile. A shotgun snap for Herbert. He's going to float this one deep right side. But his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Chidobe Awuzie with the pick. And the Bengals are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. Well, they were obviously backed up, had a little bit of space from the goal line, snapping it from the 3, but still trying to throw it, and...
Yeah, exactly. This is where hindsight is 20/20 comes into play, right? Seems like a good idea to throw the ball there. Maybe you'll surprise them and catch them off guard. Instead, you've created a turnover and put your defense in a bad spot.
Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
They go play action with Burrow. Out to his left. Dumps it off to Mixon. After all that, they only wind up with a yard. It's 2nd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. Burrow on play action. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charlie, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Wow, 213 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. Flushed out right. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Showed off the toughness, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Again, it's Mixon. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. Losing 4 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. McPherson's kick is good, and their lead will swell up to 28. Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
The Charger drive about to get going. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. It's complete to Cook. And all the way down to the 35. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different